I would like to invite our good friend, a super great friend to KACo, a friend of Warren County, Commissioner Ryan Quarles, up to speak. And before he does, I certainly want to take just a moment to congratulate him on being selected as the next president of the Kentucky Community and Technical College System. He's going to do a great job. You made us proud as Commissioner of Agriculture, and you're going to make us proud as the president of KCTCS.
Got it.
I got it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, elected officials. And as she just said, I'm going back to school, heading up the Kentucky Community and Technical College System. But first off, it's November. It's time for three of my favorite seasons. It's football season, basketball season, and it's deer season. So I'm going to be out there this weekend. And for my Pike County friends, I'm going elk hunting next week there in deep eastern Kentucky. If I look tired, it's because I am. Just a few days ago, I got back from East Africa on a foreign trade trip with USDA, and so I'm still fighting a little jet lag. Today's remarks are going to be non-political, but I just want to say one thing. Rural Kentucky matters. Rural Kentucky matters. And as a 4-H'er and FFA'er that competed growing up at our county fair and state fair, sometimes you don't win blue ribbon every time, and sometimes that red ribbon of second place are the ones that are most meaningful, the ones that you learn the most about. But today I just want to cover a few agricultural issues. I'm going to be here until 4:30, so if you want to talk, have some hallway talk, I'll be here in the back later today. But over the last few years, we've had a lot of success with moving the needle on reducing hunger in Kentucky. We started the Kentucky Hunger Initiative back in 2016, bringing together our farm community, our restaurants, our charitable community, our church community, which some elected officials are hesitant to involve. We included them because they're already serving those vulnerable populations in our cities, our counties, and our communities across Kentucky. And over the past 8 years, we have raised over $40 million for our food banks and food pantries. And that was done with your all's help. And we still have resources to get out. If you all are looking for a deep freezer, shelving, etc., please let us know. We have some grants. We also know some folks that are willing to donate. But we need to make sure that we don't lift the finger on helping tapping out hunger across Kentucky as well. And speaking of deer season, one of the most popular programs we have, the Hunger Initiative, has to do with the donation of deer. And so keep one for yourself for the deep freeze, but you can donate a deer right now to a pre-select list of processors across the state. Just go to January 31st for our annual Serving Up Solutions fundraising dinner for our food banks, Hunters of the Hungry, Glean, Kentucky, and now KCTCS food pantries. And if you'd like to be involved in that fundraising event, please let us know. This is where your legislators, believe it or not, will be serving you food. And we always do that early in the session before people get mad at each other. So we like to raise money for the home for those that need it early during the session. So thank you for everyone that's been involved with our Hunger Initiative as well. At the Kentucky Department of Ag, we're wrapping up 8 years. I've got about 6 weeks left in office. We have a lot of work to do. We still have one more trade mission with our thoroughbred friends to England next month. We've been crisscrossing the globe, helping promote Kentucky Proud, whether it's bourbon, racehorses, or Kentucky Fried Chicken. We have a great foothold on exporting excellence to the 95% of consumers that don't live in the United States, and we're going to continue to do that. Secondly, in 2 weeks, we're going to release a year-long study that my office has spearheaded addressing the large animal veterinarian shortage in Kentucky. It's time for us to put our resources and our policy in place so that our farm community doesn't have to go without a large animal vet. And this is a long-term approach. A lot of people are involved. And we hope that our recommendations are adopted by the General Assembly and others across the agricultural fields. We also are so excited that we've had 2 years of our mental health awareness program called Raising Hope. If you haven't had a chance to check this out, this is a Kentucky-made, Kentucky-proud product that uses everything from smartphone apps to multiple colleges of nursing to our extension agents and everyone in between to help raise awareness about mental health stress across rural Kentucky. As someone that grew up on a farm, you know, we're stubborn people sometimes. We're the last ones to ask for help. But we're hoping to change the narrative on suicide prevention, but also mental health awareness. So please check out our website at Raising Hope as well. There are resources there. We actually have grants to help sponsor events in your counties, oftentimes aligned with your county fair or other agricultural groups like Kentucky Farm Bureau, etc. Let us know how we can help be troops on the ground when it comes to reducing and eliminating the stigma that is unfortunately attached to mental health issues across our population. We also have the Kentucky Ag office that has our tobacco settlement funds in it. Tomorrow I'll be in Hopkinsville, as well as Friday, one of our last meetings. We've got about $40 million of grant money. You all probably are more familiar with the CAPE programs that are administered at the county level. We now have grants in all 120 counties. When I first got elected, not all 120 counties were included with tobacco settlement monies. We changed that. And so please let us know. We're looking for regional programs, just like the soybean crush facility that we put in down in Somerset, something that's going to affect more than just one county. Please let us know. Regional approaches are appreciated. And then secondly, don't forget that if you have an agricultural business, producer, or beginning farmer, I chair a publicly owned bank called the Kentucky Ag Finance Corporation. We manage about $110 million, and our interest rate is 2.5%. I did not misspeak. Our interest rate right now is 2.5%. Please encourage your folks to use this. It's their money. It's taxpayer-owned money, so please don't pass up on the opportunity to make the cost of doing business a lot cheaper for your folks at home. And finally, I know that we've helped fund over 70 farmers markets during my administration, a $250,000 grant, a matching grant. So if you would like to build or rebuild or relocate a farmers market in your home county, please let us know. We've got several in the hopper right now. We've had some recent ones who are done with building. We've got a lot of exemplars that you all can look at for what might fit your downtown. Please let us know. That's a $250,000 set aside for your farmers market program. On the national level, we continue to work on the 2023 Farm Bill. My prediction is that it will not be passed in 2023, but this is a 2024 legislative item, which gives us a little bit more time to advocate for not just farming policy, but also rural projects, including rural development, which I know a lot of your counties are involved with on the rural development side at USDA. Please let us know how we can be helpful. I've testified twice, once in front of the House, once in front of the United States Senate, on what matters most for Kentucky. But if there are things that you want involved or included in the Farm Bill, let us know. We still have time to influence that. Of course, if you were to talk to any farmer in America, not just in Kentucky, what the biggest issue facing their industry is, it's probably the same issue facing every industry: lack of labor. We have a workforce development crisis in Kentucky. We heard about it a lot during the gubernatorial campaign this year. I hope that with my new role at KCTCS that we are a major asset in helping move the needle to get Kentuckians back to work through training, but also encouraging Kentuckians to choose Kentucky for the job opportunities, and that they settle here, and then hopefully they retire here as well. That's a big issue. And lastly, at USDA, please let us know if there's any additional grants that you're seeking. I'm happy to write a letter of recommendation. They're my last 6 or 7 weeks on the job, so just let us know how we can be helpful. So speaking of wrapping up my term as Ag Commissioner, this has been an opportunity of a lifetime. You know, for somebody that grew up on a tobacco farm just about 20 miles north of here that started working for $1 an hour, and I was lucky because my dad paid me $1 an hour, is that it's only in a country like America where you can do something like that. For someone that grew up working hard every day, something that I know many in this crowd can directly relate to, it has been an honor to represent not just our farmers, but rural Kentucky in Frankfort. It's been great. Over the next few weeks, I'm focused on three things. Number one, we're going to continue to run Department of Agriculture to the best of our ability. We're going to run through the ticker tape on January 1st, my last day in office, as Jonathan Schell will take the oath of office. So let us know if there's anything we can do to be helpful. Number two, whenever I borrowed my dad's truck, especially when I was a teenager, if I didn't bring it back with a full tank of diesel, there were consequences. We're leaving Department of Ag with a full tank of gas for Jonathan Schell. We're leaving it in great shape for him. And next Monday, we're actually going to have a transition meeting with his administration. So there's going to be full transparency. We're opening up the books, answering any questions that he may have. I'm a big believer in the peaceful transfer of power that is unique sometimes to America. And finally, I hope people look back over the past 8 years and say that we did something on hunger, that we were responsive during floods, during tornadoes, during avian influenza outbreaks, during the COVID shutdowns, that we helped feed Kentucky during sometimes its most vulnerable points, and that we were responsive to you as well. I'm looking forward to what's next at the Kentucky Community and Technical College system. We have 16 campuses, 70 locations, 4,000 employees, and $1 billion budget. We're unique. We're not a four-year degree granting institution. We are the community presence college in your county. We're going to embrace that. We have workforce challenges in this state, and I'm going to be dedicating the next chapter of my life with trying to make sure we get Kentuckians to work and that companies choose Kentucky because we have such a well-trained workforce as well. I want KACo to be the first phone call that employers make when they are looking to locate to Kentucky or looking to stay in Kentucky as well. So if you have any good ideas out there, any businesses that you know that need our expertise, please let me know. I'm here for the next hour and a half or so. I'm excited about what's next. And in closing, I just want to say that I'm thankful to God for the opportunities that I've had in life. The last 13 years serving you in elected office has been very meaningful to me. Sometimes you can't win them all, but I'm a big believer that you don't have to be an elected official to have influence in society. I tell this to young folks all the time that are looking for career advice. And I tell them this: running for office is fun, but not every time you win. But if you want to be influential, choose public service. Some of the most influential people I've met in Frankfort or Washington, D.C. could never get elected, okay? But you know what? They're meaningful. And so I want to say a special thank you for putting your name on the ballot, for having the courage to run, and it's been an absolute honor and privilege to work with you. Just a week ago today, I drove by a slum in Nairobi, Kenya. There are 1 million people living in one community. No running water or electricity. And when you see that, it makes me remember and be thankful for the country that we live in. That it's okay to disagree. It's okay that sometimes we have disagreements on which side of the party we affiliate with, but we should never get frustrated that we live in the freest country in the world. That sometimes I look, when I travel, when I come back, that sometimes the worst situations we work on and issues we work at on our local communities are the best days for most people on this earth. We should never apologize for who we are as Americans, that we are that shining city on the hill, the beacon of freedom for untold millions across the world. And I don't know about you, but Kentucky is one damn good place to live. And so I just want to say, I'm not going away. I'm just going back to school. And that only in a country like the United States can you grow up on a tobacco farm, get the chance to save up money and go to college, get to serve as a state rep, a statewide elected official, get a chance to run for governor, and now head up a university system. And oh, by the way, I turned 40 last month, and so for those of you that love making fun of my hair, My age is catching up with my hair. So I look forward to continue working with you. If you know some great partnerships at KACo, please let me know. God bless you, and God bless the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.